The internet is in absolute chaos right now because Beyoncé has reportedly lost it after her longtime best friend and Destiny's Child's sister, Kelly Rowland, opened up about none other than Jay-Z. And fans everywhere are asking, did Kelly just cross a line that can never be uncrossed? Yes, you heard that right. Kelly Rowland, Beyoncé's ride or die, her closest confidant. The woman who has stood by her through decades of fame has shocked the world by speaking out about something that was never supposed to leave the inner circle, her true feelings about Jay-Z. And the moment those words left Kelly's lips, the Bayhive went feral. What was supposed to be a lighthearted interview turned into a firestorm the second Kelly hinted at things people don't know about Jay. The tension was instant. The crowd gasped. And when the clip hit the internet, Beyoncé's reaction behind the scenes reportedly wasn't just disappointment, it was rage. According to insiders, Beyoncé felt blindsided, humiliated even, that Kelly would dare open her mouth about the one subject that has always been off-limits. And when you're talking about a power couple like Jay-Z and Beyoncé, every secret, every whisper, every rumor carries the weight of an empire. The fallout? Kelly's words didn't just spark gossip. They cracked open years of suppressed tension between the two women, tension the world thought didn't exist. Fans are now asking, has Kelly Rowland just ended her lifelong friendship with Beyoncé? And is Jay-Z the wedge that could finally split Destiny's Child apart forever? This isn't just about a comment. This is about loyalty, betrayal, and the breaking of an unspoken code. Because when Kelly Rowland spoke, she didn't just speak as a friend. She spoke as someone who knows the secrets the world has only guessed at. And Beyoncé. According to those close to her, she is livid. Stay with me. Because what Kelly said about Jay-Z, how Beyoncé reacted, and the shocking ripple effects tearing through the industry right now will leave you completely stunned. This isn't just drama. This is war inside the House of Carter. To really understand why Beyoncé's reaction was so explosive, we have to go way back to the history between Beyoncé and Kelly Rowland. Because their bond has always been legendary, a sisterhood forged in the fires of fame. And that's exactly why Kelly's recent comments about Jay-Z feel like the ultimate betrayal. Beyoncé and Kelly weren't just bandmates in Destiny's Child. They grew up together. They shared hotel rooms, dreams, tears, and the brutal grind of becoming stars before they were even old enough to process the pressures of fame. While the world saw glitter, glamour, and perfect harmonies, behind the scenes, Beyoncé and Kelly had something far deeper, a bond that was closer than blood. For years, Kelly has stood by Beyoncé's side as her biggest cheerleader. When Beyoncé became a solo superstar, Kelly celebrated her like a sister. When Beyoncé married Jay-Z, Kelly smiled beside her as maid of honor. And when scandals threatened to shake the Carter empire like the infamous elevator incident with Solange, Kelly stayed quiet. Never once commenting publicly. Never once breaking the unspoken vow of loyalty. That vow was simple. What happens inside the circle stays inside the circle. Which is why what Kelly just did feels so shocking. It all started innocently enough. Kelly Rowland was sitting down for an interview, promoting a new project. The host, like many do, couldn't resist bringing up Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Normally, Kelly brushes these questions off with grace. She knows better than anyone that prying into the Carters is dangerous territory. But this time, something was different. The host asked about Jay-Z's influence, not just on music, but on Beyoncé's career and life. And Kelly, maybe tired, maybe caught off guard, maybe just done with holding back, didn't give the usual polished answer. Instead, she leaned in, lowered her voice, and said, "People think they know Jay, but they don't. There's so much that people don't see, that they wouldn't believe if they did." The studio fell silent. The host tried to laugh it off, but Kelly wasn't done. She added, "Let's just say, not everything is as perfect as it looks on the outside." That was it. No details, no names, no scandals spelled out. But it was enough. Enough to set the internet ablaze. Enough to make fans dissect every word, every pause, every look in Kelly's eyes. And most importantly, ENOUGH, to make Beyoncé furious. Because insiders say Beyoncé saw this as the one unforgivable line being crossed. Talking about Jay-Z publicly. Hinting at cracks in the image they've worked for decades to build. Is a betrayal Beyoncé never saw coming. And the timing couldn't be worse. Beyoncé is preparing for a new era, one filled with tightly controlled imagery, tours, and projects. The last thing she wants is someone from her own inner circle opening the door for speculation about her marriage. The one subject that has haunted her since the Lemonade era. But here's where the background gets even more interesting. This isn't the first time whispers about tension. BETWEEN, Beyoncé and Kelly have surfaced. Over the years, fans have pointed out small times when Kelly seemed overshadowed. When Beyoncé's spotlight seemed to eclipse her friends, there have been whispers of jealousy, of distance, of Kelly struggling to carve out her own space while constantly being compared to Beyoncé. Kelly has always denied those rumors. She has always defended Beyoncé. But some fans wonder, was this slip, about Jay-Z the release of years of suppressed frustration? And let's not forget, Jay-Z himself is no stranger to controversy. From cheating scandals to business disputes, his name has always carried weight and whispers. For Kelly to even hint at things people don't know immediately fueled speculation that she was alluding to something darker. SOMETHING, Beyoncé never wanted exposed. Which brings us to Beyoncé's reaction, according to insiders. Beyoncé didn't just feel hurt, she felt betrayed. They say she confronted Kelly privately, demanding to know why she would say such a thing. Beyoncé allegedly told friends she felt humiliated that Kelly would make her marriage a topic of gossip. And those same insiders claim that Beyoncé has now cut Kelly off, at least for the moment, putting their decades-long friendship on ice. And if that's true, then Destiny's Child as we know it may never exist again. Because when you hurt Beyoncé, especially when it comes to Jay-Z, there's rarely forgiveness. But the story doesn't end there. Because while Beyoncé rages in private, the internet has already chosen sides and the debate is tearing the fandom apart. The moment Kelly Rowland's interview clip hit the internet, the world stopped. Fans replayed her words again and again, dissecting every pause, every glance, every tiny shift in her tone. People think they know Jay, but they don't. Was like a spark dropped in the middle of dry grass and the fire spread instantly. Within hours. Hashtags like hashtag Kelly Spills and hashtag Jay-Z Secrets were trending worldwide. The Bayhive mobilized at lightning speed, flooding Kelly's posts with bee emojis and demands, "Explain yourself." Others, however, praised Kelly for her honesty, saying she was finally speaking truths that fans had only speculated about for years. But the storm wasn't just online. Behind the scenes, insiders claim the fallout was immediate and volcanic. According to one source close to the situation, Beyoncé called Kelly directly within hours of the clip going viral. What was supposed to be a sisterly check-in turned into a heated confrontation. Beyoncé allegedly accused Kelly of betraying the family and feeding the wolves. Kelly, meanwhile, was reportedly shocked at the ferocity of Beyoncé's anger, insisting that she never said anything directly negative, only that people don't know the full picture. But Beyoncé didn't buy it. And here's where the first twist dropped. Insiders leaked that Beyoncé suspects Kelly's slip wasn't accidental at all. In fact, Beyoncé allegedly believes Kelly's words were a warning shot away of hinting at deeper secrets without fully exposing them. One insider told the Gossip blog, "Beyoncé feels like Kelly was testing the waters. Like she was saying, 'Don't push me, because I could say more.' That's why Beyoncé is so mad. Not just about what Kelly said. It's about what she could say if things go left." That theory alone sent the internet into chaos. Could it be that Kelly Rowland, Beyoncé's ride or die, is sitting on secrets about Jay-Z that could rock the Carter empire to its core? Fans immediately began speculating. Some claimed Kelly might know details about Jay-Z's past infidelities, things even Lemonade never fully exposed. Others whispered about business deals, shady alliances, or conflicts inside Destiny's Child that were never made public. And then came the receipts, within a day of the interview airing. An anonymous Twitter account posted what it claimed were leaked text messages between Kelly and a close friend. The messages, though unverified, showed Kelly allegedly venting about Beyoncé and Jay-Z, writing, "I've kept my mouth shut for years, but I'm tired of protecting them. Everyone thinks it's perfect teeds, not." The account deleted the messages within hours, but screenshots had already spread like wildfire. Fans debated their authenticity, but many didn't care whether they were real or not. The narrative was already alive. Kelly Rowland, the loyal best friend, might be on the verge of blowing the Carter family secrets wide open. And then, just when it seemed the situation couldn't get any messier, the first major twist landed. Kelly herself broke her silence in an Instagram story that vanished after 24 hours. Kelly wrote, "Sometimes things come out wrong. I'll always love my sister, but I can't keep pretending everything is perfect when it isn't." Those words shattered the internet. On one hand, she reaffirmed her love for Beyoncé. On the other, she doubled down on the idea that not everything was perfect. For Beyoncé, that was the worst possible move. Instead of calming the fire, Kelly had just poured gasoline on it. The industry reaction was swift. Entertainment blogs plastered Kelly's story across headlines. "Kelly admits Beyoncé's life isn't perfect." Talk show hosts dissected her words, debating whether she was being honest, messy, or manipulative. And inside Beyoncé scamp. Insiders say the fury reached a breaking point. Beyoncé reportedly told friends she felt Kelly had crossed a line that can't be uncrossed. Some even claim Beyoncé is considering permanently distancing herself from Kelly socially, professionally, and musically. The thought of Destiny's Child ever reuniting. Now, it seemed impossible, but the most chilling part came from a whisper in the industry. That Kelly Rowland isn't just hinting at Jay-Z's flaws. She's sitting on evidence-text recordings and stories that could destroy the carefully polished image Beyoncé and Jay-Z have built over decades. Whether Kelly ever intends to release them is another story. But for Beyoncé, the damage is already done. Because once the idea is out, once the world starts asking, what secrets Kelly might be hiding, the perfect image of the Carters is forever cracked. And that's when the Bayhive turned vicious. Fans swarmed Kelly's socials, some defending her courage, others branding her a traitor. The fanbase split into Team Beyoncé and Team Kelly, and the war was brutal. And in the middle of it all, one question loomed like a storm cloud. What exactly does Kelly know about Jay-Z? Because if Beyoncé's rage is any indication, the answer is darker than anyone is ready for. If Kelly Rowland's first slip had set the internet buzzing, and her Instagram story had poured gasoline on the fire, then what happened next was a full-blown explosion. Because the story didn't just stay a rumor, escalated into something that left fans speechless, journalists scrambling, and even insiders terrified. Here's how it went down. 2 days after Kelly's comments about Jay-Z went viral, A major entertainment blog dropped what it called a verified leak. They claimed to have obtained audio of Kelly Rowland during a private conversation with a trusted friend. The clip was short, grainy, but unmistakable. In it, Kelly could be heard saying, "Jay's not the man people think he is. I've seen things. I've heard things. Beyonce knows, but she never let the world see it. It would destroy everything." The second that audio hit the internet, the world stopped. Twitter detonated instantly. Kelly just confirmed what Beyonce tried to bury in lemonade. Wait, did she just say destroy everything? What the hell does she mean? This isn't gossip anymore. This is a bombshell. Within hours. The clip was everywhere, on TikTok edits, Instagram reels, and even YouTube breakdowns where creators replayed the audio at different speeds, analyzing every syllable like it was evidence in a court case. And then came the shocking reveal. Insiders close to the Carter camp confirmed that Beyonce was absolutely livid, not just at Kelly's original interview, but at this leaked audio. Sources claimed Beyonce immediately cut off contact, telling friends, if Kelly wants to play with fire, let her burn alone. The heartbreak was real. Fans who had grown up idolizing Destiny's Child now watched as the two women who defined sisterhood seemed to be splitting apart forever. But the story didn't stop there, because the same blog that leaked the audio also dropped an even bigger bombshell. They claimed Kelly Rowland has receipts. According to their sources, Kelly has been keeping records, messages, emails, even photos that reveal a much darker side of Jay-Z's life behind the scenes. They didn't publish those receipts. Not yet. But they teased their existence, promising that if pushed, Kelly could reveal the truth Beyonce has worked her whole career to keep hidden. That line sent fans into hysteria. If Kelly has actual evidence proof that Jay-Z isn't the man the world thinks he is, this isn't just celebrity drama. It's the kind of scandal that could collapse one of the most powerful empires in music history. Fan reactions were split down the middle. Team Beyonce argued that Kelly was bitter, jealous, and trying to stay relevant by dragging her best friend's husband. Team Kelly claimed she was finally telling the truth, bravely standing up against an image machine too powerful for anyone else to challenge. The Bayhive went to war. But this time, the fandom wasn't united. Meanwhile, insiders whispered that this wasn't just about Beyonce and Kelly, it was about the entire Carter brand. One anonymous source told a gossip outlet, Jay-Z's businesses, endorsements, even Beyonce's projects, everything depends on the image of that marriage. If Kelly leaks what she's holding, you're talking billions at risk. And then, like fate, twisting the knife, Kelly Rowland herself fanned the flames again. She posted a cryptic tweet that read, "Loyalty works both ways." That single sentence sent shockwaves through the internet. Was Kelly implying that Beyonce hadn't been loyal to her? Or was it aimed at Jay-Z, suggesting that the man Beyonce chose had betrayed them all? Either way, the meaning was clear. Kelly wasn't backing down. The industry was stunned. Other celebrities began to weigh in carefully. Michelle Williams, the third Destiny's Child member, posted a Bible verse about betrayal among friends, sparking speculation that she was siding with Beyonce. Meanwhile, smaller artists who grew up idolizing Kelly defended her, saying she deserved to finally speak her truth. But the most shocking part of this escalation wasn't what Kelly said, it was what people began whispering about her safety. Some fans noticed she suddenly canceled appearances, citing scheduling conflicts. Others claimed she was being pressured behind the scenes to stay silent, with one anonymous insider even telling a blog, "They're trying to scare Kelly. They don't want her to open that vault." And that word vault became the symbol of the scandal. Fans began tweeting about the so-called Kelly Vault, speculating about what secrets it held. Memes spread of a safe exploding with documents labeled Jay-Z and Carter's. But for Beyonce, this wasn't funny. Insiders say she has now cut Kelly out of all future projects. Plans for a Destiny's Child reunion. Dead Kelly's invites to Carter family events. Gone. And according to one source, Beyonce told her inner circle, "She knows too much. She always has. And now she's using it against me." That statement alone fueled a terrifying new theory that Kelly Rowland may have been holding on to secrets about Jay-Z and Beyonce for decades. And now, whether by accident or design, she's finally letting them slip. And if those secrets come out, they won't just fracture a friendship. They could destroy the Carter empire. The world is watching. The fans are divided. And the tension has never been higher. Because if Kelly Rowland really has a vault of receipts, the next leak won't just break the internet. It could rewrite music history. The fallout from Kelly Rowland's leaked audio was instant, brutal, and impossible to ignore. What started as a subtle comment in an interview had spiraled into one of the biggest celebrity controversies of the year. And as the internet turned into a battlefield, the music industry quietly began to panic. Twitter was the epicenter of chaos. The hashtags #KellyVault, #JZEXposed, and #BeyonceBetrayed trended for days. Every fan had an opinion, and no one was holding back. One user wrote, "Kelly said not everything is perfect, and now we know exactly what she meant." Beyonce is furious because Kelly is telling the truth. Another countered, "Kelly is jealous. She's always been second to Beyonce, and now she's trying to drag her down with her. Sad. Her down with her. Sad." The divide was sharp, and the war of words turned vicious. Members of the Bayhive spammed Kelly's posts with bee emojis, snake emojis, and outright threats. Meanwhile, Kelly's supporters flooded her page with hearts, shields, and messages like "Stay strong, Queen. Speak your truth." TikTok turned the drama into theater. Creators made reenactments of the leaked audio, acting out Kelly's words with dramatic background music. Others posted side-by-side edits of Beyonce and Kelly through the years, set to heartbreaking captions like, "From sisters to strangers." One viral TikTok, viewed over 20 million times, showed old clips of Kelly praising Beyonce, followed by her recent loyalty works both ways tweet, ending with the text, "She's done protecting them." Instagram gossip blogs poured fuel on the fire. The Shade Room posted a screenshot of Kelly's cryptic post alongside Beyonce's stony red carpet photos, captioning it, "Friends no more." Kelly hints at betrayal. Bayhive in shambles. Hollywood Unlocked doubled down, publishing claims from anonymous sources who said Kelly has at least 3 major receipts that would shock the world. Their comment sections exploded with speculation. Was it about Jay-Z's alleged affairs, business scandals, or something even more personal? And then came the celebrity reactions. Michelle Williams, the third Destiny's Child member, broke her silence on Instagram with a Bible verse. "Do not betray a friend for profit or let go of a loyal friend. For friendship is a strong defense." Fans immediately interpreted it as Michelle siding with Beyonce, condemning Kelly's betrayal. Other celebrities treaded carefully. Ciara liked a fan's post defending Kelly, sparking rumors she was taking her side. Meanwhile, rapper Meek Mill tweeted cryptically, "Sometimes the truth hurt the ones closest to you the most." Even Cardi B couldn't resist, going live to say, "This is why I don't mix business and friendship. Look at Bey and Kelly right now knits, messy man." The music industry, however, wasn't laughing. Behind the scenes, executives reportedly feared the scandal could derail entire projects. One insider told a gossip columnist, "There were whispers about a Destiny's Child reunion tour in the next 2 years. That's off the table now." Beyonce doesn't trust Kelly, and she won't risk her empire on drama. Another source claimed Beyonce's team was already in damage control mode, trying to scrub the leaked audio from platforms and stop the spread of rumors about Jay-Z. But in the age of the internet, that was impossible. Every attempt to silence the story only made fans more convinced that there was something to hide. And the fans weren't just gossiping, they were investigating. On Reddit, truthers dug up old interviews, piecing together moments where Kelly seemed uncomfortable when asked about Jay-Z. They replayed clips of her glancing away, hesitating before answering, and compiled them into a mega thread titled, "Kelly's Been Hinting for Years." But perhaps the most chilling reaction came from an anonymous leak on a gossip forum. The post, allegedly from someone close to Kelly, claimed, "You've only heard the beginning. The vault is real. And if Beyonce keeps pushing her, Kelly will open it." That one sentence set the internet ablaze again. If Kelly truly had a vault of evidence, it meant Beyonce's fury was justified because her entire image, her marriage, her empire could be on the line. Now the public is split. The industry is terrified and the fandom is fractured. Team Beyonce calls Kelly a snake who broke the code of sisterhood. Team Kelly calls her a truth teller, finally refusing to be silenced. And in the middle of it all, Jay-Z's name keeps surfacing. His past scandals dragged back into the spotlight. But the most dangerous part of all, the story isn't finished. Because while fans argue and the industry scrambles, insiders keep whispering the same chilling phrase, "Kelly hasn't even started yet," just when fans thought the fire couldn't burn any hotter. The final twist sent shockwaves across the industry. Because late one night, an anonymous Dropbox link began circulating in private fan groups and gossip forums. The file was titled, Kelly_Vault_Part 1. At first, people assumed it was fake, just another troll riding the wave of chaos. But when snippets of the documents and audios started to leak, the internet realized it was very real. And what it contained wasn't just gossip, it was the kind of material that could obliterate Beyonce and Jay-Z's carefully crafted empire. The alleged files included partial voice recordings, Kelly Rowland's voice, unmistakable speaking to a confidant about moments she had witnessed over the years. In one chilling clip, Kelly said Beyonce knows. She's always known. But she chooses silence because silence protects the brand. If the truth ever got out, it would ruin more than just their marriage, it would ruin the dynasty. Fans lost their minds. What truth could possibly be so destructive that Beyonce herself has chosen silence for decades? Was it tied to Jay-Z's past infidelities? Was it something darker, involving business or industry power plays? The questions multiplied, but the answers were nowhere to be found. And then came the real cliffhanger, a screenshot, allegedly from a group text thread that included Kelly. The message, attributed to her, read, "They pushed me too far. If Bey wants war, I'll open the whole vault." That single sentence detonated across social media. Twitter threads erupted immediately. Kelly literally threatened to open the vault. This ain't a drill. Imagine what she's holding back if this is just part one. If Kelly drops everything, the Carter empire is over. TikTok creators wasted no time. Edits appeared with captions like "The vault is coming," set to dramatic music, intercutting Destiny's Child footage with paparazzi shots of Beyonce and Jay-Z. One video with over 30 million views ended with the words, "Sisters, no more." The industry panic became impossible to hide. Insiders claimed Beyonce's team was in emergency mode, calling lawyers, threatening takedowns, and reaching out to Kelly privately in a desperate attempt to stop her from going nuclear. One source even claimed Jay-Z himself reached out, telling mutual friends, "If she drops that vault, it won't just be about us." She dragged the whole industry. That line was chilling because it suggested that the secrets Kelly held weren't just about the Carters. but about a wider web of power, influence, and hidden scandals that stretched across music, media, and money. And here's the most terrifying part. Insiders insist that what leaked was only a fraction. According to whispers, Kelly's vault contains years of material photos, texts, emails, recordings that could expose cracks in the image of the perfect Carter dynasty. Now, fans are left dangling on the edge of the ultimate cliffhanger. Will Kelly really go through with her threat? Will Beyoncé find a way to silence her former sister before the vault is opened completely? And if the vault is released, will it destroy only Beyoncé and Jay-Z, or will it take down the entire industry with them? The internet has never been more divided. The fandom has never been more fractured. And the stakes have never been higher. Because one thing is certain, if Kelly Rowland decides to open the vault, the world will never look at Beyoncé or Jay-Z the same way again. And the scariest part, Kelly has only just begun. And that right there is where we're forced to pause. Because if Kelly Rowland truly has a vault of secrets, then what we've seen so far, the cryptic tweets, the leaked audio, the whispers of betrayal, is nothing compared to what's still locked away. Beyoncé as fury, Jay-Z's silence, the Beyhive's division. All of it is just the prelude. The real explosion hasn't even happened yet. Think about it. Kelly has hinted, threatened, and dropped just enough to shake the foundations of the Carter empire without actually bringing it all down. That's not an accident. That's strategy. And now the entire world is waiting with bated breath. Will she really do it? Will Kelly Rowland, Beyoncé's sister in music, the woman who shared stages and secrets for decades, become the one to expose everything Beyoncé has fought to protect? And what about Jay-Z? Every time his name resurfaces in these leaks, old wounds reopen. Infidelity, betrayal, shady business whisper stories the world thought were buried are suddenly clawing their way back to the surface. If the vault opens, it might not just be Beyoncé who loses. Jay-Z's entire legacy could be dragged down with it. So I'll ask you directly, whose side are you on? Do you believe Kelly is brave for finally stepping into her truth, even if it means betraying a sisterhood fans thought was unbreakable? Or do you think Beyoncé is right to be furious that Kelly has crossed a line by letting private struggles become public ammunition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back, I want to see where you stand. Are you Team Beyoncé, defending the Queen no matter what? Or are you Team Kelly, ready to hear the truths that the Carter machine has allegedly kept locked away for years? And listen, if you want to be the first to know when the next leak drops, when the vault creaks open a little wider, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. Because trust me, this is far from over. The next revelation could come tomorrow, next week, or in the dead of night, and when it does, it's going to make everything we've seen so far look small. Stay tuned, because the vault is real. And once it's opened, the world will never be the same again. The world will never be the same again.